Hey everyone, how you doing? This is going to be part one of, I don't know how many actually, it kind of just depends on how useful people find this, but it's going to be on Ness combos. So starting off, we're going to look at up air, which is just nice and simple. Landing up air is really good and safe on shield, and if you land it at 0%, it's going to true combo into grab. Against fast fallers, it's going to work a bit later, because if you land the up air at 0, characters like Sheik and Captain Falcon can jab out of it. And then also light characters like Jigglypuff, it will work at 0, but then once they get 15%, they'll probably be too high, and so the grab won't work anymore. So after grab won't work, you'll be going up air, up tilt will be the next true combo. After up tilt, it's going to be up air nair, or pretty much any area you feel like, to be honest. Like if they're slightly in front of you, you can go for forward air, or if you land it and they're going to be slightly behind you, you can go for back air. Or you can just go for landing up air into another up air, and this is really good if you're versing a character that struggles at landing, like Lucas or something. You can go just straight for the up air. And then at high enough percent where up air nair won't work, up air is going to be your final true follow-up off of landing up air. So up air also combos into other true aerials if it's, you land the up air at the beginning of your double jump, and so like so. And this can be really good because Nesses kind of like to weave around and air dodge to land, and then if your opponent happens to be above you, so like as you're landing you air dodge a move and then suddenly they whiffed it and they're above you now, you can punish them with a double jump up air to either nair or double jump up air to up air, and they're both going to be true combos. You kind of just have to react after your double jump up air and look where they are. If they're kind of inside you, do the neutral air. If they're above you, then you're going to want to do double jump up air to another up air. So see right there, Mario was kind of inside me after I did my double jump up air, so I went for the neutral air after the up air. Also, this is really good for if you're juggling your opponent. Say you're waiting underneath them and they do an air dodge. You can punish with either, let's just say you did an up air, or you waited for the air dodge and you just up aired it, that's 13%. But if you wait for the air dodge and you see that there's percent around 50 or so, you can punish it with a double jump up air into another up air, and that's going to be a true 26% to punish an air dodge compared to the 13%. And finally, we're going to bring it all together. So landing up air combos into up air, as we said before. So if you do landing up air to double jump up air, and then that's going to true combo into a third up air. So that's really big damage if you land that, and it's really effective, just coming off a safe landing aerial. So yeah, as you land with up air, kind of react to see how high they go. If they're pretty high, you can get the landing up air into double jump up air into another up air. If not, just go for the neutral air and then follow that up with other stuff. So we're going to move on to grab combos now, and we'll start off with fast fallers just because they're the funnest. Before we get into it though, it's important to notice your opponent's DI. So if they DI in, it's going to look like that, and DI out is they're obviously going to be further away. So to cover both of these, you kind of need a short hop forward air forward, but on the spot. You don't want to run too far forward, so if they DI in, you miss it. And you don't want to be covering in DI in so much that if they DI away, you miss that. So it's really important to try get the sweet spot that covers both DIs. So what you want to do at 0% is a short hop forward air into a regrab. So first, with DI in, I'll show you. This is what it looks like. You just short hop forward airing and regrabbing. And once they're at too high percent like this for the regrabs to work, you can just go for the classic 3 forward airs. So as you can see, that did 53%, it was all true, and after the combo he's off stage for edge guarding. So with DI away, it's going to pretty much look exactly the same, but you might need to run forward a little bit to get the regrab after the forward air, as you saw there. The same thing, now they're off stage and you can edge guard with up B or neutral air or just whatever you want to do. If you get a grab with not much stage to work with, so you can't do the short hop forward airs across the stage, what you can do is full hop forward air into landing up air into grab, which true combos as we said before, and then the classic 3 forward airs. So that's not as true, but it's going to send them off stage, do the exact same amount of damage, but you're not going to need as much stage to work with to do the combo. If you get a grab around 25% or so, that's when it's going to be best to just go for the 3 forward airs. And then once they're past that percent, it's going to be good to bring in the things we learnt before and do double jump up air into another up air, or neutral air if they're at lower percent, out of the down, sorry, so double jump up air to neutral air if they're at lower percent. This combo is kind of weird and doesn't show up in truest training mode, even though it is a lot of the time. I tested this with my sister and got her to spam air dodge, and it worked every time, even though it didn't show up as a true combo. So kind of practice these against like level 9 CPUs and stuff, and now air dodge if you're not getting these combos correct. So after that stops working, there's pretty much no true combo, so you just kind of want to throw them, either forward throw or back throw them off stage, and then harass with up B and aerials just to edge guard, and that's going to be a lot of damage anyway. So moving on to lightweights now, this is going to be far less exciting. This is going to be characters like Kirby and Game & Watch and that. The only real thing you're going to get is just the 3 forward airs at low percent. So like 0 to 10%, all you're really going to get is 3 forward airs. When it gets to this point where the 3 forward airs kind of just aren't working, like as you can see they're so light, they just come out of the second. The only true 100% thing you're going to get is just down throw into Nair, and then you can kind of follow that up with other stuff. But that's going to cover both DIs, and it's true, just down throw Nair, and as you can see you kind of follow that up. After down throw Nair, you can do down throw up air, because they're going to be going a bit higher. And then after the first up air, this point right now, you can kind of wait for an air dodge. If they do, then that's when you punish with the double jump up air to another up air. So that's really big damage if you can get that to work out. So that's really good on light characters. If they DI in or have no DI at this percent, you can do down throw forward air, jump up air into, that's true, into another Nair, or if they're a bit higher, double jump up air into another up air. When they're at high enough percent, the only way you're going to reach them with your down throw is with your up air. You can do double jump up air to another up air or Nair if they're not spamming air dodge, so it's kind of a 50-50. Straight up air out of down throw will be true and safe though. But if you want to go for the big damage and you don't think your opponent's air dodging, just go for the down throw, double jump up air into another area. If they are spamming air dodge out of combos, go for the true up air, then wait for the air dodge, double jump up air to punish that. Moving on to medium weight characters, so like Mario and Luigi and Pac-Man and that, it's actually kind of weird. At 0%, the down throw forward airs are not true, as you can see on the combo meter. So the only way those are going to work is if you know your opponent is trying to jump out of combos or just do nothing in combos. However, if to escape combos they're trying to neutral air, up B or air dodge, it's going to be able to hit you before you do your second forward air, as you can see there. So the true combo is going to be forward air into Nair, and then you can kind of shield and follow up off that if they're neutraling out of the combos. And then kind of experience with the games and practicing these combos a lot comes in. If you know you have a lot of rage, or they're at like 13% or so, then the 3 forward airs is going to become true because there's enough hits done, and you're not going to need to go for the forward air and neutral air mix-ups. So when they're at high percent, this is where I got my sister to test spamming air dodge, and as you can see the double jump up air into another up air still worked and was true even though it didn't show up on the combo meter. So just like we've been doing to every other character, when the 3 forward airs don't work, do the double jump up air into another up air, or into a neutral air depending on where they are after you hit them with the first up air. This should be able to catch DI away and in if you do it correctly, just because Ness's up air is so huge. So this is what it looks like with DI away. You kind of hit them with the front of your up air, and then with DI back, you kind of hit them with your back of your up air, and then you can just kind of react and follow their movement. Finally, the last category of characters, which is Heavies. This is going to be really similar to Fast Fallers. As you can see, you do the forward air chains. The biggest thing to look out for is Heavies usually have better combo escapes. So Donkey Kong has his up B, obviously. Ganondorf has his down B. So if you're going for regrabs and stuff, if it's not completely true, you need to watch out for if they land those. But yeah, forward air into regrabs or just straight short hop forward air chains work really well on Heavies. So just like when we were versing Mario, DK's up B is going to come out really quick, so the only true combo you're going to get at completely zero is forward air into neutral air. After that though, you can start getting some really brutal combos on Heavies because they're so fat. It's actually true to do forward air into a up air after that. If their percent is a little bit higher than that, say like 30 or so, you can do forward air into up air, and that's going to leave them with enough hits done to actually get a neutral air as well. So definitely, Heavies are really fun to combo, and you can be kind of creative just because they can almost get hit by any aerial you do. So with starting combos, it's important to remember that if you do down throw into forward air into regrab, and that's true, then if you just land a forward air neutral, that's going to be true into the follow-ups that come after it as well. So if you're playing neutral and you land a forward air or any attack, just remember to follow it up as much as you can so you can get the most out of your hits. So along with forward air and grab, dash attack is also a good combo starter. It's kind of like a mini down throw in disguise actually. As you can see, it pops them up right in front of you. So if you land a dash attack, you should a lot of the time be able to just jump forward air and that'll be a true combo. Moving on to platforms, I'm just going to use Donkey Kong because it's the easiest to demonstrate on, but a lot of platforms, Battlefield Dreamland and Smashville, you can get jump forward air into regrabs on. It depends a lot though on your opponent's percent, so you want to look out. Say, if Ryu's too high percent, he's going to be able to get a shuriken off before you regrab. But if the percents are right, you can definitely pull off some funky stuff like this. Ness definitely has some more elaborate combos that I haven't mastered yet. For example, if you do down throw into double jump down air, it can jab reset on platforms. But if you check the Ness Discord and resources, or if you've seen Twitter, there's definitely some crazy videos going around of some Ness combos that people aren't doing yet but have a lot of potential. I just quickly wanted to talk about PK Fire just because it isn't as simple as it might seem. Obviously PK Fire to grab is going to work on a lot of characters, which is a good combo starter. But you need to be aware of the character you're versing. So, like Yoshi can double jump out of PK Fire. Characters like Mario and Ryu can up B, so if you're going to go for the straight grab, they're just going to hit you in the face a lot of the time. So it kind of becomes a mix-up where you want to bait it out and then punish them. Or you can play it safe and go PK Fire into just a dash attack. Speaking of baiting things out, if you're versing an opponent that you know is air dodging a lot, it can be worse to punish with air dodge reads like this, where you PK Fire their landings. And this way you get way more damage out of it. As you can see, 74% of one down throw, just because you got an air dodge read. And then a lot of the time it's important to remember, if you do hit an air dodge read like that where they get punished really hard, it's going to make the rest of your combos really easy to follow up now, because they're likely not going to be spamming air dodge out of combos. So your combos that might just not work are going to work a lot easier now. So I know a lot of the time you can follow both DIs with the same move, but if it gets kind of a weird mid-ish percent, they're going to go too much either way to get the same follow-up every time. So what I like to do is kind of cover DI out, so I'll run forward and jump forward, and then if they DI in, I'll react with my jump forward. Instead of forward airing, I'll just quickly back air. So this kind of covers both options safely. But if you do have a good read on your opponent's DI, then go for the big follow-ups instead. Down to also combos into F smash if you buffer the F smash, or into turnaround down smash, which is going to be a safer way to get the punish on trips. So a short hop nailed around 35% into jabs, and then F smash is kind of how you jab reset people with Ness. The tip of Ness's F smash does the most damage and knockback, so you're going to want to try and hit that. For more damage but less guaranteed, you can do a PK Fire point blank after the jabs and then do F smash. But it depends on the character you're versing, so like I wouldn't actually do it on a Mario in game since they can up B out of combos and stuff. Also, if you hit a PK Fire around this percent where it's going to set them up perfectly, you might as well go for a short hop nair instead of a grab out of PK Fire, because then you might get a jab reset and kill them. So the final thing I wanted to talk about in this video is not overcommitting. So like doing a combo using all your double jumps and going off stage, and then this happens a lot. Ness sucks off stage, and you don't really want to put yourself in a position where you land a combo but it means you're off stage, there's no jump. Doing something like this is way better, where you kind of retreat after your second aerial, and then you're in position to ledge trap your opponent again. So that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching this part. If you found it useful and you want me to do more parts, please let me know. And if you have any good ideas for parts like ledge trapping or something you want to see, please let me know as well. But hopefully this video helped your combo game out a bit with Ness. I'd recommend practicing them in training mode and then against like level 9 computers, because they're going to start air dodging out of these combos if you're not doing them correctly. But yeah, that's all for this video, so I'll see you later. Have a good day.